this is This Random Life or This Random Moment, depends on how you know us. But because it's me today with the beautiful Lisa and her art, it's going to be This Random Life. Everyone else is busy doing their real jobs and stuff. So if you want to sponsor us, you know the buttons. Lisa, how are you doing?
Awesome.
Awesome. You drove an hour and 45 minutes to be here. Three.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
With traffic.
With traffic. So thank you so much for being here so much. I first met you at Matt Gray's Oddities Market on the emo date night. Shout out to Matt. Awesome. It's also the day that I met your art. Now, your art is like a very emo-y stuff. Well, for me personally, I don't know how you see it or other people see it. But for me personally, it's very emo-ish, and like I love skeletons. Nightmare Before Christmas was one of my favorite movies growing up, so obviously I love skeletons. But why skeletons?
Well, I've always liked creepy stuff and dead things, and I used to collect bones.
Nice.
And when I got into painting, I don't know, it just organically sort of seemed to be my subject matter. And they represent, I don't know, it's the last part of you to go away when you die.
It's like the only thing that's visceral. Left until it's gone. Yeah.
So
that's very cool. Now, do your skeletons always like mean something? Because I'm looking at the skeletons that we have here. Like you got this guy that's kind of like looking at him like, what are you doing? And he's like super crazy. Do your skeletons like represent things?
Yeah, I guess. So I've had people ask if they're a character. They're not necessarily a character. I never intend for them to be a single person. I'd say they're more like individual little spirits.
Awesome.
Doing little weird things, going through stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What's your like inspirations on like your art?
Life.
Yeah.
Life.
Like, what got you into art?
When I was 25, in a week, I lost my job. My dad died, and one of my really good friends died, and then my car died.
Oh man.
So I was young and partying with my friends a lot, and doing a lot of drinking and cocaine on the weekends, course, being a 20-something-year-old.
Booger sugar.
And it was kind of a point when I was at a point, like a crossroads, where I knew if I didn't find a constructive outlet for my stress, then I was going to go down a bad path.
Right.
So after that week, I started painting, which I'd always had an interest in art, but never really tried anything.
Digged in.
So I literally did it just as a stress outlet, and I was absolutely terrible, but I didn't care because I wasn't painting for other people.
Yeah, you're doing it for yourself.
It was my outlet, and that's how it started. I needed a constructive outlet.
And look, it
worked.
It worked out. You definitely have something beautiful to do. Why? Like when? Well, first off, the first question that came to mind, because I've recently just possibly in this year started painting myself.
Yeah.
When you go into painting, do you ever feel like someone else is controlling your movements? Like when you're doing like certain things, or do you always feel like you're super hyper focused into the painting?
I sort of space out a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. It's I definitely I'm not over analytical. Like sometimes you hear artists talk about like not knowing when they're finished.
Yeah.
Or about the process being frustrating. I've never felt that way.
Really?
I've never felt that way. I don't get blocks.
Really?
I don't ever. I can sit and paint anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime, ever. Like I always have stuff in my mind that I want to paint, and it's
wow. That's really awesome.
It's nice.
That is very awesome. And you've been doing a lot of art pieces. I see on your Facebook, which obviously on the bottom or up top if you're on Facebook. If you have a lot of art.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
You have a lot of art. And you do a lot of shows and a lot of events. You go into what are some places that you go to?
Oh, everywhere. I've done shows in Los Angeles and Arizona, all over the Northeast because that's where I'm from. And now I'm trying to get all over Florida.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely, I definitely see you moving around. You were where I was growing up. Vero people, Port St. Lucie, that's where I was at.
Yep.
You're in Bradenton. You're probably doing shows out there. You're doing shows here in Ocala, St. Pete.
Yeah. Where else? I'm going all over.
All over
Trying.
Florida, South Florida, Middle Florida, North
Yep.
Florida, Gainesville,
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
I would do that.
Hey, look at that.
South Carolina, I'd go up
Hey.
there. Anywhere.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Someone you can call.
Yeah, for sure.
No, so when you're painting and stuff, like, do you have a select type of paint you use? Like, do you just like grab whatever you find at the store and you're like this?
It depends. So
Okay.
certain parts, there's stuff I like. Like for the black paint, I very specifically like golden because it's super super black.
Okay.
It's really shiny and really deep. And then I like matte. I like matte whites for the skeletons.
Right.
So the backgrounds I do in whatever, it can be cheap paint, and then the subject matter when I do that, it's usually like I usually use golden.
Okay.
It's probably my go-to paint.
I just really love how the pictures really pop from the background.
Yeah.
Like the tree, it looks like it's like in front of the painting.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's same with this one, like it's jumping out of the box and into the outside of the flowers alone are just like magnificent.
I've had people say they're moving.
Right. It does look like they're moving. It does look like they're moving. You're like, that one, I'm ready for it to just fly off of the painting and up into the sky.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that's one thing that I learned accidentally, of course, is that if you do the background paints are usually a gloss or a semi-gloss, a satin or a gloss.
Okay.
And then like the skeletons are matte. So for some reason, I don't know why, I'm sure there's a simple science to it.
Oh, hell yeah.
But when the mattes are on the skeletons or whatever is in the more matted paints comes forward.
That's so interesting. I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a reason for it. I've never bothered to find out.
Right. I mean, shoot, whatever you're doing is good. So obviously keep up the good work. Yeah. If there's like new people getting started into painting, what's something you would give them advice on?
Have fun painting. Don't give a shit what anybody thinks. And just do it for yourself.
I always think that the wrong way of doing something is by not doing it.
Yes, exactly.
Right. It's want to do the podcast the right way. The only wrong way is not doing your podcast.
Yeah.
Same with art. Same with anything else. Yeah. That's awesome. So do you have any new events coming up? Anything new that you're trying to? What's going on?
What am I doing this weekend?
Well, Friday.
Friday is the Ocala Oddities Market again. I can't wait for that.
That's so much fun.
And then Saturday, I'm in, I think, Fort something. Shit, I don't know. Oh. It's a local ladies social network event. And I can't remember the name of it. No.
Oh.
No, it's Southwest Florida.
Southwest.
I'm going to look on my phone.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's going to bug me.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Let's shout it all out. We're going to shout it all out. We'll get links and we can throw it all at the bottom or the top, depends on where you are.
I should know this off the top of my head, but sometimes
No, trust me. I forget dates. I forget events.
Yeah.
Even very important ones. Sorry, Matt.
Well, it's hard when you're keeping track of a ton of stuff.
Right. All by yourself.
So, Summerfest is what I'm doing at the Mercola Market in Cape Coral.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be good.
Yeah. So when you do events, how do you set up? Do you get yourself a tent?
Yeah, I do easy up grid walls. I try to keep it as simple as possible, but it's still work. It's a lot of work. But I usually just do a 10 by 10 grid walls and then some prints, some stickers, stuff like that.
Right.
Keep it simple.
Have you had anything crazy happen at events or?
No.
No, nothing too crazy.
I had a painting disappear before and then get found. At a festival, I live painted a piece and it was secured next to the art gallery at the festival. And some kids were like tripping their faces off and thought it was a gift from the universe. And it took off with it.
Wow.
And so we found it and it was funny. The whole situation was funny. They were like, "It's ours. It was a gift." I was like, "No, it's not yours.
It can totally be a gift for a certain amount of money."
Yeah, they ended up buying it.
Oh, that's good though.
Yeah, they were really nice. It was just, I get it. Like,
You could tell that they were tripping.
They're at a festival.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
they
Having
were
fun.
They sent it. So
they're like, this was ours. Oh, well, that's fun. That is interesting. That's
but
very.
they're a couple, and they just felt a connection to it, and I don't.
Oh, at least they bought it, because if there was a connection to it, and the universe did give it to them.
Yeah.
Except that it wasn't for free.
Yeah, there was another step in there, is all.
Well, that's awesome. I do believe that the universe will bring you to people, places, and things that you definitely need, or something important about it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like your painting, right?
Yeah,
like life is all that.
Yeah.
I really like your hat.
So this hat is Evil Chicago. It's a homie's business.
Yeah.
They do all super heady stuff.
I really dig it.
Evil, love spelled backwards.
We got to check them out too.
They're awesome.
Definitely check them out.
Everything they have is awesome.
I really like the eye on the top, and I really like interesting hats.
You'd like everything that they have. Trust me. They're out of Chicago, but they do festivals literally all over this half of the country.
Well, that's cool.
So yeah,
I dig that. One day we'll be doing festivals.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to focus on eventually getting our own little festival with like artists and fire poise and musicians and stuff. Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah. Yep.
So this Friday you're gonna be at Matt Gray's Oddities Market. Yes. You've probably met a lot of cool people there.
Yes.
Right.
That was one of my favorite events I've done in Florida so far, and I think will remain that way.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's cool. So you're always going to be coming back for that of Oddities.
Yep.
Every third
it's so
Friday.
Well run. Matt's a great guy.
Yes,
everybody I met there is awesome. Right. You're one of the people.
Right. You're one of the people.
And it's just the turnout and the support for that event is impressive.
Yes, it is.
It's awesome.
It
makes me happy.
Overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, I love it.
Sometimes. And there's always, they got the drink truck, they got the food trucks, they got the vendors. The last time they had a musician who he did a emo version of Hey Ya from Outkast. And I was like, oh, you think you got it? Oh, you think you got it? It was so good. Awesome. It was so good. So yeah, it is probably one of the best events here in Ocala. Running that I've been to. I'm definitely going to be the one here on Friday, because this Friday is every single time. You'll meet someone interesting. Just go.
Yeah, just go. Yeah. It's a great market. It's a great event.
Right.
Sure. I love Ocala for it. I haven't seen much else of Ocala, but I like it here.
That is amazing. That's amazing that your outcome of Ocala is amazing because of that event. You haven't really seen other things from Ocala?
Well, I haven't, but it's that in combination with, like, I've met so many people here just from that one time I've been here so far, and there's so much going on in this area. It's impressive, because a lot of the time I feel like people talk about Central Florida as kind of a dead zone. Yeah. And this is not a dead zone.
Yep.
Ocala is dope.
I feel like we're a flower getting ready to bloom.
Oh, for sure.
Like right now, if you're right in the little bud right now, you're like, wow, this place is awesome. We're in that bud right now. Yeah. But once, give it like 5 more years,
it's gonna be awesome.
This place is gonna be freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be full of artists. We have some burlesque shows going on at Mutiny. We got
heard about those. I'd love to check those
Brick
out.
City Glam, and it's not just like women taking their clothes off. It is also women who are doing like comedy shows. There's some drag queens in there. Yeah. There's some musicians, singers. There's a lot of different artists. Yeah. and I really love that Ocala is being filled with all these different styles of art. Yeah. It is so different than because you go to Ybor. You've been at Ybor, right? No. You're in Bradenton and by Tampa? Okay. Well, you should definitely check out Ybor. But it's very, it's already there. Yeah. Like, like it's already been there. It's been there for a while. If you go there, there's the castle, there's the double-decker bar, there's, I'm sorry about all the really big name show places there. Sorry, you can shout yourself out. It's not this kind of show. But like, it's all really like brick and mortar, been there. It's everyone's already been there and has already know what is there. Yeah. Here, constantly changing. Huh. If we're getting like so many new things, before you know it, we're gonna have like just a whole city center of just art. Yeah. And culture and people and
it seems like there's a lot of support from within the actual city. for it. Like
Oh,
it seemed that's what the impression that I got
the impression
was that the city is working to build that, which
it does seem that way, because not just there, but right when you make a left and make a right, there's this on the sidewalk. You can see an artist actually painted the entire sidewalk all the way all the way up the hill. It's really cool. It's really cool. So I can see. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I can see that Ocala is very cool with approving this cultural explosion in the middle of Ocala.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it too.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it too.
Yeah.
It's gonna definitely keep us from being bored, from being stagnant, and keeping a lot of people into like community and
Florida in general has a considerable amount going on. People I've the Northeast where I'm from is supposed to it's got New York and Boston, and it's supposed to be like cultural and into the arts. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of museums.
Right.
And
but you have to get into those museums to
which is nobody gets into them. And the only support it has outside of that is it's like if you have a lot of high-end colleges there, very expensive colleges.
Right.
So if you're the kid of some rich person who's going to that college and you're an artist, then you're getting all the grants. They're not going to the regular people.
Yeah, and you probably have the money to get into those museums. And
exactly.
It's
all politics.
Yep, exactly. It's all politics. It's
not
nepotism.
Cultural support. It's not artistic support. It's all politics. And it seems, I've heard it is like that in certain cities here.
Of course. That's anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
But I've heard it seems a lot better here.
It definitely seems like here, because it is just growing. It does give us a lot more freedom to shout out all the people who are starting out or who have been doing this for years but haven't gotten the recognition that they deserve.
Yeah.
Noma is doing a lot of stuff with people around here, which is kind of like a museum type of deal.
Oh,
and that's awesome. Where are you from? New York?
Boston? No, so I'm from Massachusetts. But not Boston. Mass. I'm from Western Mass.
Okay, so you're from the Mass.
Nothing going on over there.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
But there's nothing going on.
Yeah. The only reason I even want to move from Florida is because it's too hot. It's too hot here. I love the beach, but I moved from Colorado and the snow.
You miss the snow?
I'm so other than my head, I'm super hairy. Yeah. I wake up early. I go and shovel snow. I don't sweat a bit. I am comfy the entire day. I'll put 3-4 socks on, and that's the only time I need to really bundle up.
I hate it. I can't stand the snow.
No? See, I love the beach though. Living down south and being 15 minutes from the beach, that is the Florida I like.
Yeah.
Here on the other hand, I have to drive an hour to get to a good Springs or to Tampa Tampa Beach isn't very good. Sorry.
I'm 10 minutes from Anna Maria Island.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm spoiled. Yeah.
See, that's nice Florida living.
Yeah. We're doing all right.
Yeah, right. So, growing up in that, did you see moving to Florida? Well, from Mass, did you move to Florida?
I never would have. Are you asking if I've ever pictured myself here for a long time?
Sure. No.
So I always hated the North. I've hated the North since I was a kid. I freaking hate wintertime. I've never felt I never wanted to buy property up there or put roots down ever. I never felt attached to the area. I knew I wanted to move to the South, but I did not think Florida.
Really?
I thought something like New Mexico or Arizona or maybe even Texas.
Yeah.
I lived in.
So odd.
Yeah, it is. It's it's a little much.
I think next week I'm going to Texas for. I think it's next week. It's for 3 days.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a heat wave of 107.
Jeez.
Texas.
Yeah, I'd probably skip Texas then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I pictured somewhere like that. But I got into kayaking the last couple of years.
Okay.
Getting into kayaking.
Yeah.
Changed things for sure. And then my boyfriend's family lives down here.
Okay.
So we moved down to be closer to them, and it just sort of made sense and worked out. And so I was like, yeah, Florida.
Yeah. Now you're I love this.
Yeah, Florida. Okay.
Hey, it's Florida's got its benefits. It's definitely got its benefits. It's a little more freer here than it is in other states.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as hot, but still very hot.
Yeah.
The winters. Have you been here for a winter?
No.
You
visited, but not lived here.
Okay, so you only visited.
I moved down here in May.
Wow. And you've been around. You've been you've been kicking butt. That's gonna lead me to another question. But so for your snow, like not snow, for your winter, what was your experience with the winter here?
Like when did I come down?
Like how
Or
was it? Like did you feel the coldness? Did you get
it
that?
was pretty warm when we came
Okay,
down to
okay, so
visit
you don't
still.
know about
Yeah.
the
I've
it's
heard when it hits the 50s, people are freezing to death here,
it's
which I'm
weird.
sure.
It's I think it's the humidity. I'm not a meteorologist or a scientist.
Yeah.
But I think it's something to do with the humidity. It like hits your bone differently than
Yeah.
beating in like
The
Midwest,
barometric
like
pressure.
something.
It's barometric
I don't
pressure.
know what that means.
That's barometric pressure is the moisture in the air pressure, which is so that's what makes you like if you have an injury where you have like a screw put in somewhere
And then you
and
feel it.
if you can feel when it rains, that's barometric
Whoa.
pressure. It
Whoa.
literally is causing swelling inside of your body, so you're swelling just the tiniest bit from the moisture in the air. That's
Whoa.
probably got something to do with that.
That's probably because that
Yeah.
makes sense. Because when it gets really cold here, you
Yeah.
feel it in your bones. Like you don't feel it on your skin, but you
Yeah.
feel it on. You're like, oh my god, why am I so cold?
Yeah.
But those are also the best days to wear sweaters and shorts.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, leading to my other question that you've only been here since May, right?
Yeah.
So you've been really pushing this. Have you been pushing this like a business, like really pushing it hard
Oh yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
How do you as an artist, how do you feel like you're doing that?
You got to put time in.
Yeah.
I literally, so I started before I even moved, I started kind of looking around online, like Facebook, for different types of events that happen in Florida.
Okay.
And I started keeping a list. So
Little
when
calendar.
I came down, and then eventually your algorithms steer you in the right directions.
Right.
And I started following a lot of groups that are like vending opportunities in Florida and art events in Florida, art walks. And when I got down here, I already had a list.
Yeah.
And I just started hitting people
them.
up.
Whoa.
And that's literally how I do it. I sit there for hours,
Right. Right.
going through lists and checking events, and, hitting them up, keeping track of like who I submitted to, and and then if I get accepted, then I throw it in my calendar. If I get rejected, I put that it was a rejection, and there's lots you never hear from. And,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know.
So you're definitely putting that grind in.
Yeah.
How do you feel like your overall outcome of it all?
Very good.
Very good. So
Yeah.
you feel like the work that you're putting into it, what you're getting out of it is positive. It's all positive.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I see a lot of artists struggling with the stepping forward type of situation where they have all this art, but they don't do the vending. They don't
have the drive. You need the drive and the business aspect are more than half of it.
Yeah. See, I feel the same way because with the podcasting, before I just did Spotify. Audio only. It was it was me meeting somebody and just having a fun little and then posting it on the internet. And that wasn't until I was at the Ocala Mall when I was like, man, I could start something real here.
Yeah.
And since then I've been on that drive that's like, and a lot of cool things has been happening since I've been putting that drive in, and it feels like I'm actually getting what's my worth in work. Yeah. And it feels good.
Yes, it is nice. It's nice good when you're doing something you're passionate about and you actually reap the benefits of that.
Right.
It's awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah.
So when you're getting approved or denied or rejected, how do you take that rejection?
Oh, I don't care.
You don't care.
Yeah.
You don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I me personally, with my podcast, I don't care as well. You can judge however you like.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna come to me and judge to me, I want you to come and judge to me on my couch.
Yeah.
And and then I will listen to what you have to say if you're gonna be judgy. If you have good criticism or anything, pull me to the side. I don't want I don't be looking like a fool, but if you're just gonna be judgy to judge, come talk to me on the podcast. Let's judge on real life. You know? Other than that, I don't care.
It doesn't matter what you're doing and how awesome it is or how good it is or how wholesome it is. There's always going to be someone out there that hates it. And there's going to be somebody out there that loves it. So just do what you want to do, and the right people will come along.
I agree. I agree. And the right people have come along. All these wonderful people always come to this wonderful couches, this wonderful set, and introduce me to a whole nother world.
Yeah.
And you've taught me a lot about your art, and well, now I have ideas for my art. you know, that I didn't even think about, you know, the matte and the gloss and the.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't pay attention, rewind and rewatch because I know what I'm doing.
It works.
So after this, you're gonna go and get some of your art commissioned.
Not commissioned. I'm gonna consign some over at Matt's Oddity Shop. So the Ocala Oddity Shop.
Mm-hmm.
They keep getting Matt gets shouted out all the time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm actually going to be. I'm actually going to be putting the show at his location. I believe it is the DJ Matt Gray studio that we will be at.
Nice.
Might have to redouble check that name, but yes, I will be shouting him out every single day because
Yeah,
that man is he is a seed that is putting this in place as a bud.
Yeah, he's doing big things.
Yeah, he is. Sure. It's awesome. It's so awesome. And so you're gonna go. Do you have any other? I think you do have some art at that location, right?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, I was there a couple weeks ago, and it's really cool. It's
really cool. I've heard that. I've heard it's a super cool spot.
It's a very cool spot. I mean, you don't even notice it from the outside, but once you walk in, it's like you've been teleported to like
I love that.
A whole nother like genre of life.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It's wonderful. So I'm really excited for you to have that up there.
Heck yeah.
Do you have any shout outs you want to give out to anybody?
Oh, it's too on the spot. No.
It's too on the spot? Yeah. Too on the spot. But
shout out to my dog, Lumpy.
Lumpy?
Yeah,
love.
my muse.
Love for you,
my
Lumpy.
muse.
Muse? Oh, great. Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for coming here. Thank you so much for putting your art up on the walls. I'm so excited you did this. If you are an artist and you want to be and put your pictures up here, I'm more than happy. Just contact me, hit me up. Other than that, I will see you on Friday again.
Awesome.
Right?
Sounds good. Yep.
Awesome. Bye, guys.